I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a great day.
We have our first from the Noble Otter card series.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why? Come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack. Cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, Marcus would like to talk about his experience with cards.
Y'all, for about 10 years, this should surprise no one, I was a close-up magician at California Magic Nightclub in Martinez, California. If you're planning a visit, you should consider it. It's a 3-course meal surrounded by a bunch of close-up magicians doing cards and coins and all kinds of miracles right in front of you. And then at the end of the evening, a world-class headlining magician from all over the world takes the stage and does their parlor act. It is phenomenal. And as a lateral move, what is our soap today?
We decided to start with Queen from the Noble Otter card series. Let's meet it.
So y'all, last year Noble Otter introduced the card series. Joker, Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. 5 matching shave soaps, all with varying scents. We are so excited today to start with Queen from the sales page at nobleotter.com.
Embrace the elegance of royalty with our Queen Shave Soap, evoking the sophistication and allure of a timeless monarch. This distinguished blend leans towards the feminine, the luminous touch of marigold, the velvety sweetness of honey, and the enchanting whispers of jasmine are gracefully married with the tropical embrace of ylang ylang. As it unfolds, the warmth of benzoin and the allure of musk envelop the senses, offering a shaving experience fit for royalty, an opulent treat for the discerning individual.
You okay, girl?
She is royalty. She's supposed to sit on the Queen's lap, so maybe this is part of
Is a
it.
Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, y'all. Well, come along with us. Let's take this one out of the box. Y'all, we have it on good authority that you can walk into certain grocery stores in Texas and pick up Noble Otter shave soap off the shelf, but this is how they come from the artisan themselves. Now, we are super lucky because when we were collecting the card series, they were running out. We had to get a couple from Shave Supply, but in the meantime, they have all come back in stock from Noble Otter. You can get the full house right now, and let's see. We've got a note. Thank you, Marcus. Oh, and there she is, y'all, on top of the deck, ready for her close-up. There is Queen. Look at these labels. Are there more luxurious labels in the entire wet shaving world? I don't think so.
I'll hold her. You keep digging.
Were there more than 3? Oh, I know what this is. Y'all, when they first released the card series, they commissioned special decks of Noble Otter playing cards. And we got some. We're going to do a card trick coming up.
Who else is in this
Now,
box?
you
Let's
did
see.
not see the Joker himself. That's funny. That's not our only Joker-inspired soap, but this is the only card one.
And one more in here.
Look at the blue.
Oh,
Look at the blue
classy.
on King.
Look at
Is
them
that
next to each
not
other.
Beautiful. I know. That's a pair.
All right, y'all. I don't mean to alarm you. They normally have otters on the cover, but if you look closely, these are little cousins of Laney's. They're little doggies.
Well, I have often said that we are royalty in this hobby, but things like this absolutely prove it. Come along, y'all. It's time for our first impression. All right, I think you should go first because you are the queen of my universe. So take it in, see what you get, show the folks that fabulous, smooth, Noble
It's kind of
Otter.
got some coloring to it.
No, I think there are similarities between this pour and the Barrister and Man.
Just a little. All right, here we go.
Taking it in. I have no clue where these are going to go. Y'all, this is exciting. What do you got?
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's
Yeah?
super fresh. I feel like I'm standing outdoors. Like there's something with the floral honey-ish action that makes me feel like I just stepped outside. The birds are chirping. There maybe a little more Snow White than Queen action, but there is a queen in that story too. It's florals, but it's not like we've had before. I think I remember reading marigolds, and there's something about those that just have a little sweeter charm to them, but it kind of has this timeless vibe for these florals. Like sometimes roses or other ones have that for me. The marigolds in this are adding just that kind of, even that gold kind of hue that's happening on the label is somehow that sunshininess of the floral side coming through. I'm so glad we're filming this today. We walked like before 8 o'clock this morning, which was super early for us, but you could see the sun literally rising over the hill. And there's something about that coolness in the air with the sun coming up that's coming across here. Like there's a cleanliness, like crisp side that's happening with the floral. And then you add in that honey kind of hue that the sunshine brings, and that's where I'm at. So it has more of like that springtime, cool morning sun coming up vibe to me. Like I want to start my day smelling like this. There's a gentle spice that's coming through. It's not like a cinnamon or a complete herb, but there's something else out there besides just florals and honey. I don't know what that secret weapon is, but it's kind of the color of what's happening with this base. I would almost swear that there's a citrus meeting you at the beginning, but I don't think it's actually listed. So that bright kind of clean side is coming from the florals, and then it's kind of going to the gentle musk, clean skin kind of feel, like fresh out of the shower for me. Like there is a dapperness to this where I feel like it's not just leaning towards the feminine. I see why it can be in the feminine lane, but it almost has just that dapper kind of clean clothes thing happening too. I feel like as I smell this, there's things familiar, but it's like the jigsaw puzzle was put together in a different way. I'm feeling comfortable where I'm at, but I can't figure out how I got here. And somehow those scent notes are like repainting a picture I've seen before, but with new colors. So there is that light, gentle side that I'm getting, but they're all comforting scents. So I think there's something like having a cup of tea or that royalty kind of thing. Like, yeah, I'm still going to say there's a gentle, clean, but warm spice that's coming through here that's just adding a charm to this, or like a character. Like I feel like when you think of queens, there's just that kind of like even the regalness of how they hold themselves. There's something about that that's coming through here, but you're still welcome. I have to say, out of the Noble Otter selection we have, this might be leaning towards one of my top 3. There's something about this one that is very welcoming and charming, and that I'd reach for way more often than I thought I was going to, which I think is what's kind of giving more intrigue for me. Yeah, somehow I can't help but smile when I smell this. I think it's the marigold magic happening, I'll admit, but there's more happening besides that, and I know if whatever's around it wasn't there, it wouldn't put the marigold in the front and center lane.
Right.
That I'm really enjoying getting to know here. I like how sweet this is, but also how sweet this isn't. It doesn't go gourmandy, but there's something about the warmer tones of the honey next to the marigold. It doesn't make it like a honeysuckle or something, but there's something, the crisp side of the marigold next to the warmer side of the honey. It's almost like I can see the honey itself trickling down off the florals.
Yeah. Now, do you remember Son of Honeysuckle? From PA8, that was balanced out by a little benzoin. Are you getting the benzoin in here?
I think I am, but I don't know how to pull it apart. Like
Right.
It almost becomes part of the snapshot of the picture I'm getting. I'm enjoying what it's doing here, but I don't think I'd know exactly where the magic was coming from, but I think that could be it. I don't think I want to hug this anymore. I'm very curious to see what you get of this queen.
I'm excited, even just to see where the card series is going to jump
Yep,
off from.
this is our first
All right, here we go. Taking it in. Oh, you're right. It's lovely and comforting and fresh and nature and outside and morning, and Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino is in the same sort of lane, just done differently. What a fabulous scent this is. Hold on a second. Y'all, and it's funny I said honeysuckle a second ago because the marigold and the honeysuckle are very close with a couple of important distinctions. Here, the marigold is having the sweetness taken off. Honeysuckle seems to be able to climb up that sweet ladder as far as it wants to go, but marigold gets arrested less than halfway up that ladder and it turns spicy rather than sweet. But it has the same sort of family as that honeysuckle, that deep, rich, syrupy sweetness. And the benzoin's there in the middle just to give it a little bit of creaminess so you didn't have to go sandalwood. You didn't have to go woody. You could stay more floral and spicy. But it's there and it's beautiful. Now the honey here is fascinating because it's a fantasy note. There's no honey like essential oil. Even my Uncle George was a beekeeper. The actual honeycomb themselves out of the hive do not have like a crazy pungent honey smell, not like the taste. So when perfumers do take it on, it's sort of a sweet, spicy, waxy sort of a scent, but each perfumer does it differently. Y'all, it is beautiful in here and it's hiding under the florals. So it's not the prominent note. But as the supporting one, it keeps the florals from being too sweet. It keeps them in a unisex lane. Now, I don't get like the green rose stem that I get from Queen of Hearts from Sterling. But it does have sort of an outdoor-ness to it, where I am getting a fresh air burst from some of those grasses and herbs that are hiding under the surface.
It's more just painting that illusion. Like, you can already tell the flowers have been picked from that area.
You know, not a far reach to Lone Star from Noble Otter. I'd say they were kind of distant cousins.
Yeah, I could see where they're definitely the same perfumer. This could lean a little more feminine with just more florals, but a similar base-based caramely color in mind.
Yeah, and it is a little like the florals have been candied. When you go to Chez Panisse, which is walking distance from here, they very often put edible flowers on your plate and you eat them. And you notice I say you eat them. It kind of reminds me of the clean, natural, herby smell of like the club room at my dad's old country club. Kind of a place just luxurious and subtle in its way. No woods other than the benzoin, no resins, no patchoulis, nothing heavy, nothing earthy in that lane, nothing patchouli-ish or tobacco-ish. And it's interesting, I think a part of what makes this feminine is just what's missing. There is no patchouli in this. There are none of those grasses and herbs that sometimes make up a barbershop.
Right.
But the rest of the barbershop is kind of here.
Yeah, there's nothing gourmandy. They're all natural sweets happening.
But there is rose and barbasol. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you wouldn't use this.
Right.
I would definitely reach for it myself.
I totally would use this. And y'all, if you're curious, and the box arrives from Noble Otter, and you get the side eye from your beloved, you can say, hey, listen, I bought this one for both of us. It says Queen. I posted a picture of our shave locker on Shave Dad the other day. Most of the comments were like, thank God you're married to Sarah. What percentage do you get the florals against the honey? I get like 75% florals, 25% honey, if I'm really just to look at those two.
I would agree. But again, if the honey wasn't there, I think the florals would come off completely different somehow.
Right. And let's be clear, the marigolds are the star. The jasmine, the ylang ylang, they're kind of sitting back a little bit to let the spiciness come forward, and they're just going to be kind of the sweets in the background.
I like whatever intensity they're all at. Like, they're all having moments as florals to be in there, but none of them are screaming louder than the others.
And why would you want a feminine-leaning soap in your den? Well, y'all, sometimes for me, it's about knowing I have a secret on my shoulder. If it's my mama's birthday, I might want a scent that reminds me that I had a phenomenal, strong, intelligent woman in my life. And until this one came along, she was the queen of my universe. Those kinds of days. All right, yo. Well, if it suits you, come along with us. We're going to build a lather and look at the scent notes. All right, y'all. From the sales page at nobleotter.com, we start with...
Luminous touch of peonies.
Those aren't peonies.
They're marigolds.
And y'all, I grew up with a backyard full of florals. But the most populous was the marigold. It was my mom's favorite. So this absolutely smells like a California morning because those were the flowers that opened first. And it's incredibly faithful. I am sure there is some kind of marigold absolute or something that's in this.
And then we have velvety sweetness of honey, which we will completely agree on. I'm not sure how the magic of the honey is even being made, but it does come across.
And sometimes, I think it's called honey fields or something like that, the honey fantasy note can kind of have a bitter edge to it. This does not. It has a warmth and a spiciness to the honey.
I think the enchanting whispers of jasmine are really helping, along with the gracefully married tropical embrace of ylang ylang. That's what makes me feel like I'm sitting outside on my little patio chair with florals going by in the breeze, with a nice little cup just hanging out having some tea. Like, there's something about that happening.
Whispers. Embrace. We are so royalty.
And then it unfolds with the warmth of benzoin and the allure of musk that envelops the senses.
And it's absolutely benzoin. You can totally sense it right in the middle, and it's fabulous. But the musk is a little elusive. How are you getting the musks in this?
I think it's just coming off as like clean clothes, not quite linens hanging on the line,
right?
But there's something clean about that, or fresh out of the shower, clean, like that portion is coming through.
Galaxolide.
Do we want to see what it smells like once we lather this up?
Oh, wait till you see this. So we don't get this out enough. Where did you get that fabulous brush?
This was my custom Opus brush, my strawberry shortcake inspired brush.
Craig is a miracle worker. All right, y'all, look at this. There is some pushback to this Noble Otter soap. It is not on the soft side of things. Now, our first goal is just to create a thin layer of soap on the bottom of the bowl, get it a little wet, and then transfer that soap up onto the bristles. We don't want to build a lather until the soap is inside the brush itself.
Oh, it's already opening up. Whatever you just did, I'm getting whiffs over here.
A little heat, a little warmth.
You know, Garden of Bali or some of those other ones that we have from PAA, but this is like the springtime or like this color tone where I do get more blues on those ones. This, I get this color.
A little song, a little dance, a little bougie in your pants. All right, now are you not going to soak that badger brush? No, we are not, because Craig, its creator, forbade it. Send your complaints to Craig at opusbrush.com.
So we take our dry brush over to the soapier side of the bowl here and just start working it into the bristles, going one direction and the other direction. And once it's not actually getting onto those bristles anymore, I'm going to turn the brush about 25% and keep going one way, other way, just trying to get it onto those bristles dispersed as evenly as I can.
Craig will remind you it only takes about 30 seconds for natural fiber to absorb all the water it can, so no real need to pre-soak.
All right, so most of the soap is on the bristles here. You can see it's off of the bowl, taken down and adding it into a little of that water that Marcus already threw in here for us.
Now, natural fiber brushes do like to take their tax, so they will absorb an extra 20-30% of the lather above and beyond what a synthetic would do, but there are benefits to that.
All right, my friends, this is waking up nicely.
Much like churning milk into butter, the same phenomenon happens with your shave lather. Actual peaks and valleys, you will feel it push back against your brush when you stir it. And this is something you will only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the I May Not Know My Flowers with on 3, 1, 2. Oh, that's lovely. All right, here we go.
I feel like it got a little less feminine here. Like it kind of spread out the floral a little bit.
It just kind of turned itself down in intensity in the marigold part, but the musk and everything else kind of stayed prominent. Lovely. Oh, you did a great job on this. Holy crap, it's like I'm stirring chicken noodle soup.
Hey, it's a dense lather.
Wow.
For those of you who wonder if we don't pre-soak it, what happens? This is what happens.
This is the result. Now, we don't do shaving on the Barbershop Duet like Barry does, but we will show you what this lather looks like.
Holy moly.
Good night, everybody. Like, what else do you need? Are you kidding me with this? I didn't even use that much.
I am so glad I have to shave tonight because I will be busting this one out, I think. There's just this padded control. Like, no matter where the soap goes, you still have that padded safety net going on.
And let's have a grown-up conversation. For the one feminine-centered soap in this series, this could have gone way more feminine.
Yep.
It doesn't. It really rides that line. Maybe 51% feminine, but no more so than the flower in Dean Martin's lapel. You know what I mean?
Like, it really might make you think of just walking through your front yard. Like, there's florals around. It doesn't mean that you're wearing them all over you. But they're just like in the breeze.
Walking through your grandmother's greenhouse rather than sitting in her perfume drawer.
Do you think it's time to show off a little bit of magic if we go a little deeper?
Mysteries and wonders lie ahead, y'all. Come along with us. My mom actually taught me my first magic trick. And when I got my job at California Magic, she gifted me this. It started out as a deck of 52 cards, but every time you do the trick, you lose one. And I'll explain here in a minute. So I only have 6 or 7 left. You show everybody the cards, and you haven't picked one. So pick a card, remember it, value, and suit. You got one? Okay, so here's how this works. I want you to focus on that card. And the ink that they use to print these cards is sensitive to your thoughts. And the ink from only your card is going to melt off of this cardboard. Just like that. So that when I show you these cards, you'll notice that one of them has gone blank. One of them is missing. Is that yours? Well, now I can only do it 6 more times. A priceless family heirloom that you yourself can get on Amazon.com. Or just rewind this episode back and try it again. This does kind of have a Buckingham Palace
A little bit.
vibe to it. You know how some hotels have EDPs they spray in the lobby? This is kind of what I would expect the meeting rooms at Buckingham Palace to smell like.
Sometimes royalty can have like this aging vibe to it. This one still smells like current to me.
Right. Not old, but classic.
Yes.
She wore a Creed scent, I've heard, through the rumor mill on some of the fragrance pages on Facebook. King Charles apparently wears green Irish tweed
There you go.
every day.
I like how it's being used with florals, but they're not the stereotypical way of
Right.
using florals. So it's adding this mysterious kind of intriguing vibe that I keep throughout the whole whiff that I'm not expecting to get. Sometimes as soon as I smell a floral, it's immediately just jammed in a floral box, but this one doesn't quite fit, and I like that.
And just under the surface are some herbs and grasses that I think are a little indicative of Texas itself. And I love when artisans represent the places where they come from just a little bit in their formulas.
It doesn't quite have the hay note
Oh,
from
no.
Lone Star,
No.
but there's somehow like a dry outdoor
Yeah.
kind of breeze that I
sage
get.
or something from
in
Lone
there.
Star is a little bit in here grounding this queen.
So maybe the queen is visiting Texas a little bit.
Right. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Marcus on his first day at the California Magic nightclub, hoping to impress his first table. Well, you're going to do the card trick that you have practiced for weeks and weeks. And at the very end, when you are pretty sure you have done everything exactly right, and you're about to turn it over and you say, all right, what was your card? And he says, oh, I don't remember. You're going to get your own.
So head over to nobleotter.com where you'll find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. Alright, y'all, I am back from my shave with Queen, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. I don't think we have a scent like this in our den. I really enjoyed the honey in this. It has a fun, spicy kind of quality before it hits the florals. And I have to say, the base and lather on this, I felt super safe to be a little braver with my razor. Looking forward to the rest of the card series. Thank Noble Otter.
Hey, welcome to Messages.
So for our May giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to we sent you at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first June episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
I've been staring at these cards my whole life, but I've never thought about what they smell like. What an interesting idea, and what a fabulous understanding of the assignment this is.
I love that there's kind of a little Lainey homage on the label too. I'm just saying, it's not exactly her, but it's pretty darn close.
Noble Otter, thank you for always including such whimsy and imagination in your scents, and yet keeping them some of the most luxurious and dapper soaps in the entire game. We are huge fans, and we can't wait to meet you in person.
And thank you for sneaking that secret deck of cards in there. My goodness! Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
We'll use these on the next episode where you'll smell better just watching this.